Well, you probably didn't think me doing a video to send you. Hey, Miss Dixon. How you doing, kid? It's 4:35 in the evening for Thursday the 5th, December 2024. And yes, I am but the weaver of John C. in Rosamond, California, the armpit of the Antelope Valley. How you doing, kidder? I winter months are getting harder and harder for us. Not the temperature that gets to our bones. It's not the cold air. We could probably deal with it anyway, since we're accustomed to the climate. No, but the bad chill in the airs of how the guy with the scythe keeps moving among us. And in their own time, in their own way, leaves us a little bit more broken-hearted. I guess when you're a lot younger, we thought we could deal with it. We could try. We could try to put on a brave face for everybody else, but we know every once in a while we would not have that brave face on. I discovered when I got older, when I started even losing everybody else I cared about. And that includes four-legged family members. You thought the pain would get a hell of a lot easier. I discovered throughout the years it didn't. It got worse and worse. Yeah, so. Doesn't matter if they're gone one day, 1 month, 1 year, or multiple years. It still hurts. And we remember. We remember the good times. We remember maybe not so good times. But the thing that keeps us going is remember to love. And that's one of the harder things because with that love, I know more of the triggers and more tears, more prayers. When I do my videos on my channel on a constant basis, it's always nearly at a camera angle that shows them. Top portion, what's covered up by the decorations there. And on the outside glass, the reminders of who they were. Holiday season like this is, well, it gets harder and harder to deal with sometimes. The first year, when she passed in 2013, Dave and I struggled. We were in the process of getting evicted out of one apartment, and then we got the trailer home. And in that year, when she passed, Dave and I were still going to 12-step meetings, dealing with a lot of people over there, and meeting issues and everything else going on. But we didn't deal with the pain or the grieving. The first year, Mama, I'm over here, baby. Come here, sweetheart. Oh, come here. Come here, come here, come here. The first year was avoiding the pain as much as possible. Come here, honey. We're both seniors. Well, I'm getting close to that mark anyway. I mean, she's about 17, 18, I think. When we got her, she was a 2-year-old puppy. I already had a male at her. She already had a baby, a male, Christmas, a handful of a puppy. We had to get rid of him. And we were winning it the last year that Ma was, or actually, no, before that. A year before she passed. I've lost track of some of the things and memories back then. 5 years living in an apartment over in Lancaster on Ellen 10th. Last 2.5, nearly 3 years, had been in a hospital bed. Very hard to get her in and out. And then we had to get a medical professional to take a look at her all the time. Last year was a medical hospice at home. And then she had to spend about 18 days in a critical care unit until she passed. The 18th of February, I believe. 18th or 19th. But I remember the year was 2013. As I said before, during that year, Dave and I were going through an eviction process in the apartment. They wanted us out. I was the first one to go. Several months later, Dave and I were over at the trailer home. Spent our first Thanksgiving with some people we had met, or actually dealt with in the meeting, helped us move. And then we decorated the place up as best as we could. We had a lot more decorations than I have right now. We're still hiding from it. I even made a holiday video and even a tribute to Ma. I mean, Dave liked the holiday tribute, but he didn't like the one I did for Ma. He said it was excellent. Don't ever show it to me ever again. Maybe he wasn't able to deal with it. I didn't blame him. I needed something to get out of it here too. And then started my college 10-year sitch. Hopefully about a semester or two I'll finish up. Have a piece of paper hanging over there. Hopefully without the damn roaches and bugs and stuff. Yeah, tell me something I don't already know, Mama. She's old, she's blind, she's deaf. She's a spindly old, crippled old lady, and she's still got energy left in her. Don't ask me why. I gotta get the place lit up for her so she can run around a little bit when she can. Second year Mark came in. We were just about getting evicted again out of the trailer home. Bad decisions made. Both sides. Got evicted. Got into a new home on the 2015. Disjoint. 3 years later, 2018 in February. Actually in September. So between September and February, that's the hardest stretch of months right there. I even made one for David somewhere. I don't know if I've actually got it posted or not. Maybe I got to find it and repost it again out there. Reshare it. Yeah, it's been several years since Dave. He was 20 days shy from his, actually 10 days shy from his 33rd year of being sober and clean. But the years regarding the holiday season gets harder and harder. I understand that more and more. I've been dealing with therapy. PAULA, for a long while, I've stayed away from the medical establishment as much as I could because I still didn't like them one damn bit since the age of 4. Now I gotta deal with it for my own damn body and my own damn broken brain. Dave had to deal with his for his broken brain and his broken body. His trans-ischemic attacks took him out. Took out his speech. Gave him aphasia. He was barely able to take care of himself, so you had to do the 24/7 on him. He wakes me up on the 8th in the morning. He just got back from the hospital. He was just dealing with a blood sugar attack. Picked himself a little bit of infection, got to his lungs, and the next time I'm seeing him, he's in the emergency room, isolated, stuff scattered about. You talk about being shocked, but there was no awe in that one. Just pure shock. Said it a couple of years after that. Now let's see. A couple of years ago, I needed to talk to a therapist. I tried dealing with it. I tried isolating him when I was going to school, burying myself alive in schoolwork. COVID kicked in, isolated everybody. I've gone back out after the thing died down and people were allowed to go outside and breathe air for a change without a face hugger. And whole new world walking into a campus and everybody else, and I'm skittery. I'm just skittish. I can't deal with closeness anymore. And my mother got used to me staying at home. But there had been complications happening out here that forced me to stay home more and more. I haven't given up on college. I'm doing online this time through the same college. But it does not mean that I do not get triggered. I do not get overwhelmed. I do not get tsunamis. I get them all the time. It's not looking at life as being reminded of life. I see too much death and destruction. But even if I happen to go for the fantasy stuff, it's still too much of the triggers happening, and I'd seen important people that I'm reminded of, those that have left or left me for the afterlife. And yeah, it tore me apart left and right. Queen Elizabeth. She reminded me too much of Ma, Grandma, and Aunt May at the same time. Every once in a while I'll get into it again with that. Two years I was in a class fighting it off left and right because of Ma's date came up. And I had to seek out treatment again. Well, for the first time, just for the dealing with the grieving. Different insurance. And for about a couple of years, I was dealing with those guys until the insurance changed. Then I got stuck with Kaiser. Not stuck, I chose. Family legacy, I guess. Well, Grandma had it. Ma had it. Aunt May had it. Dave had it. What the hell? I hell of it. It's alright. Hadn't killed me yet. I had a different perspective of death and life during those days. Scared, angry, pissed off. Why the hell was I living? I had the heart surgery at the age of 4 years old. You've seen the chest. Back then, when I was a lot younger. Still got the scar in the arm. IV scar. Somewhere in the legs, I don't know. Maybe I got rid of them. But this is just about faded, but it's still in there. Sounds like Evil Knievel's having fun outside. Then Mario Andretti. They use this place as a damn raceway up and down the street. Yeah, the second year I had to seek out help. Talk to a therapist about it. It wasn't easy. It was a pain in the ass. got out here to Kern. That's when things changed. I may have had a few people in the beginning trying to come around and see how the hell I'm doing, but then they isolated and drifted away. Said before, it's only past last year, a couple of years that I've been dealing with a therapist. And right now, her and her crew are on strike with Kaiser regarding contract negotiations. And God knows what else the behavioral health unit is going through right now. So, I deal with a priest. Church Without Walls online on the YouTube. Reverend Ed Trevors. You gotta look him up. Well, off and on I had gone to church. Just hadn't been through the brick and mortars. Not for a long ass while. The last time I'd been to my old church back in North Hollywood, I was dealing with David. A friend of mine drove me down there and back. It was hard enough talking to the people back there about it. A lot of the people I knew were gone, passed on, or moved out. The building felt familiar enough anyway, but I couldn't stand it. Said before, memories have a trigger. I talk a lot about it on my YouTube channel. Earlier on, I go gushing, and then I get political on other things and other things I had to talk about in my win files. A lot of things that make people angry. But I still talk about my emotions and feelings when I can. I'm going to be posting this as unlisted. I'll send you a link. It's hard enough dealing without people in your life. Some of the people that actually care and matter most. I try to keep in contact with Debbie, but she hadn't talked to me in a long while. Rose, yeah. Billie Jean. I haven't talked to her in a long while either. But just been drifting more and more apart. Once in a great while, I'll hear from Paul Gifford. He'll be wondering how I'm doing. Good old guy. He'll pay for Dave's costs concerning about his cremation. I'm forever grateful on that. I'm surviving the best way I can. And sometimes I haven't quite figured that out yet either. I'm not blaming people for the things that have happened. Too damn old to keep the resentments or any miscommunications or anything else like that. I just have to deal with what is. I'm still dealing with the loss. I'm still dealing with the pain. I'm still dealing with other issues besides school. I deal with the fears and phobias of quakes. Oh yeah, I remember '94. That was a real bang. I was glad we're up near Eureka, feeling that monster. Oh, we had a nice sized jolt up on Ridgecrest. It felt it out here. Yeah, I'm still without transportation. Legs walk. I can walk. Saturday night, or actually Friday night, I think. Those two out here in Roseman, they're going to be having the their festival parade or something like that. Trying to get into the groups right now for this one. It's something that the people do every year. You know, Lancaster does theirs. Palmdale does theirs. We do ours. It's fun. It's okay to sing it. It's okay to go through it. And I'm happy with it. But I'm also reminded of how the holiday seasons usually get me depressed as hell. And I'm staying home more and more just to keep an eye on her. I can tell you one thing, that being a caregiver for a dog, it's just as strenuous as dealing with a human. But she's more needy. She's more of the she must be obeyed in the middle of the night. She gets so scared and so skittish. There she goes. I'm hearing her. Yep. Come on, Mama. Come out here. Hang on. Come on, woman. I know I'm coming. I'm coming. Come here. Oh, grow on yourself. Grow on yourself. Yeah, I know. I got that to take care of. I generally do. Grow on yourself, woman. Come here. Come here. Yeah, well, tell me something I don't already know. Tell me something I don't already know, you silly dog. Oh, bless you too. She fusses. When it gets darker, she gets more and more scared, more frightened. I don't get to sleep as much during the nighttime as I try to do during the daytime. Circadian rhythm. I never had that uh, after a decade. Come here. Come here. Don't put your back on the ground, okay? You're gonna stress? You're gonna be Madam Stress Case? She will be. She'll be Madam Stress Case. Why? Because she's the mama's. That's dealing with it. But even with of who we care about and who we love, I know it's got to be getting to you. You wouldn't be the only person I kept coming across online. Doesn't matter how many people or how many people they cared about or loved ones or friends or anything. They still complain about it online in different chat groups. So, hold on, let me see something about the Roseman group here. Okay. Oh, let's see what we got. What I was trying to find is the Christmas holiday thing they got coming up. I think it's either Saturday or Friday. If I love it. Okay, they're going to be that way about it. I'm going to put you on pause for a couple of seconds here, okay?